All right, guys, welcome to We're Offended, You're Offended. It is Friday, which means Casual Friday. I'm Cam, and I'm reporting to you from our home. And Tyler is where right now?
In this wonderful, beautiful state of Nevada, Montana.
Nevada, Montana.
Well, they're pretty close. They're like a state away.
Hop, skip, and a jump.
Yeah, no, Montana is beautiful. I really love Montana. The whole there's a valley that you take. I can't remember what it's called, but it's beautiful. It's really nice.
That's good. He's got our puppy with him this time. My girl. Yep. But
yeah, puppies with me.
Must be nice to have some company on the road.
Yeah, except she just sits in the back. She doesn't sit on the chair.
Really?
Yeah, no, she just sits in the back, or she'll sit in between, like the truck and or the two seats. But other than that, she just sits in the bed.
It's weird. So. Sitting right on that seat there, looking out at the weird view.
Yeah. So yeah, what are we talking about today?
I don't know. Things and stuff. I like
things and stuff.
I like things and stuff.
Should I go on a super hardcore rant?
Is that different from any other day? I'm just kidding.
Fuck you.
No,
that's fine.
When I said puppy, our other puppy was looking up his head, looking around.
Can you hear her?
No, I can't.
No, I meant like Reese. Can you hear her?
Oh, I
just suddenly like perked up.
Aw, hi, puppy. Puppy.
I don't know. Dude. Weird. What? You want some scritches? Okay. All right. Okay. There was one little story that I actually found really interesting that came from the National Post.
Okay.
So I just wanted a quick little story on this, and then let's start some Casual Fridays.
Right.
So this came from the National Post, and it's titled "Inexpensive Antidepressant Could Be Best COVID Treatment Yet. Canadian-Led Trials Find." So I just want to get this out of the way. Talk to your doctor about what's best for you.
Yeah, don't go drinking any bleach or anything.
Yeah, no, don't do that. Don't. Just it's interesting the type of breakthroughs and the type of medications that are being seen as possible treatments or like in a long-term way of possibly dealing with this. So so I guess it says an inexpensive antidepressant curbed the number of COVID-19 patients ending up in hospital by 30%, making it a potential breakthrough treatment for a virus that continues to spread widely, blah, blah, blah. If confirmed by more research, the drug oh God, why do they give such weird ass names? Fluvoxamine?
Yes.
Is that it? Did I say it right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, could be one of the most effective and convenient to treat the virus outside of pricey new monoclonal antibodies. They typically have been administered in a hospital as opposed to a pill taken orally at home. Fluvoxamine is given early in the course of the disease, potentially staving off more severe outcomes and their cost to healthcare system. The relatively large randomized control study was carried out in Brazil and spearheaded by co-principal investigator Ed Mills and other researchers associated with McMaster University in Ontario. It was part of their larger Together trial that is testing a number of potential drug treatments against COVID. Researchers looked at the rate of hospitalizations among patients with test-confirmed infection. Most of the 8 studies drugs, including much debated candidates such as hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin, showed no detectable benefit. But the study found that 77 of the 739 subjects who were randomly selected to receive fluvoxamine, whatever, ended up spending more than 6 hours in an emergency department or being admitted to hospital, compared to the 108 of the 733 who were administered a placebo. So this is it's, I don't know, these doctors and stuff, these medical professionals, they might be earning their PhDs and MDs and other such alphabets.
Whatever D's they got.
Yeah.
All the D's. Yeah.
So costing about $4 per 10-day course, fluvoxamine could be especially important in poorer countries with low vaccination rates and that lack the ability to acquire more expensive therapies. So it could be seen as a potential, a way to limit the severity of a reaction to it. So it it also continues to say, so they presented their findings to the National Institute of Health in the U.S. and to the WHO. And the team includes world-renowned clinical trial experts from McMaster, including Dr. Gordon Guyette, credited with coining the term evidence-based medicine. Oh, wow. Scientists not associated with it at all, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, it seems like there's a lot of different type of medications that people are trying to test and trying to see about things that can limit the severity of these types of I guess medications, and in terms of severity of reaction.
Yeah.
So no, cool. I was listening to some stuff from Brett Weinstein. And, there's quite a bit of information and a lot of information coming out from various types of potential treatments that could help in that severity. But as always, talk to your doctor. But with that, it was just, I thought it was an interesting little story that there's a lot of studies going on to find suitable treatments especially to help lower the severity of the infection. I guess, infection. But okay, that quick out of the way. Just an interesting little interesting little story. But so let's get into actual Casual Fridays, and I wanted to talk about. Well, I guess we're going to talk about some movies.
Ooh. Oh, and I didn't bring popcorn. Movies without popcorn.
Yeah, grab your popcorn, grab your nachos and cheese dip, and I don't know, rack of lamb, or I don't know what people bring to movie theaters.
Definitely not a rack of lamb. What kind of movie theaters do you go to? Holy. These styles of the rich and famous here.
The finest movie theaters. Frankly, I wouldn't say they're the best, but I've heard from some. They're very good. They're very clean. Okay. Anyways,
well, maybe at the VIP theater that might be someplace where you could order a rack of lamb. I know you can order food there. It's pretty dope.
Oh, at the. Oh yeah, I can't remember what those types of movie theaters are called.
It's a VIP theater. I just said it.
Oh, is that what it's actually called?
Yes, VIP theater.
I don't know. How many times I've been there?
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Never?
No, never.
Oh.
Like, I was when it was the cheap theater, but not since it's got its upgrade. I don't know. That might be a worthwhile little thing, because if it's more like the customer experience and like the movie experience, as opposed to, I don't know, what is it, $9 or whatever it is for a movie, then you pay $40 for shitty fucking popcorn.
Well, it's I guess
Agree.
it's I don't know. I haven't been to the theater in like almost 2 years now, thanks COVID. But I know before, like depending on I guess what movie you're seeing, if you're watching a 3D one or regular, you're
Oh,
looking at let's say at least about $15 a ticket. And then yeah, you're 40, $50 just on drinks and popcorn and shit like that. I mean, it was good. It's one of those type of
good.
it was good.
It's
Did I say it weird?
very good.
Wood.
Yeah, you sound like you're from New Yorker or some shit. Very
Yoik.
good.
Very
Hey,
good.
very good.
Bappity boopity. Yeah. So
Hey, I'm watching a movie.
exactly. Um yeah, so I don't know. Like it was now I'm gonna be all cognizant about the way I say good. There we go. Now I'll say it even extra retarded.
Good.
It was an interesting venture. Here we go. I mean, it's nice that the seats were nice. You get your own little table attached to the seat where you can have your food on. They have menus. They have I almost said nurse. Wow. Can you tell we were living in a pandemic here? A waitress that comes and she, takes your food order, and you can also order drinks like alcoholic beverages there, which is kind of cool. So it kind of takes your dinner and a movie thing to the all in one. Instead of going to two places, you get it all in the one thing. The theater's a lot smaller too, which is nice. So you won't have like 100 people in the theater. I can't remember how many, but it's a lot smaller.
Oh,
But
really?
yeah, it's nice. It's expensive though. But I mean, if you were to actually go out for a dinner and a movie, that'd be extremely expensive as well. So I don't know. Yeah.
Hmm. No, that actually sounds kind of nice. Like especially like a dinner and a movie, or like like that live entertainment kind of thing, that kind of feel.
Yeah. When you're waiting for
You
a
know.
movie too, like you pass through these doors when you're going to go to the VIP part, right? You pass through these
Hmm.
glass doors, give your guy your ticket, go in, and they actually have like really fancy seating in there, and they have bartenders. Like it's like a nice little lounge
Oh
area
wow.
before you actually go into the theater part. Yeah. So it is quite nice. I
Yeah,
started
no,
out with downplaying this here. No, it is quite nice.
yeah, no, actually, that sounds kind of cool. Hopefully, the experience. Did they have deep fried pickles?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Bastards.
I think they had fancier food than that, but I don't know.
Oh,
It's been a
okay.
minute since I've been there.
Okay. Well, so we seen a movie recently, and
Oh,
it was
wow. That's right. You
what?
know what? When you said that we were going to talk about movies, I'm like, dude, I haven't been to the movies. I haven't really seen too much recently other than like Cruella, which, by the way, I liked it. It was a good movie. But I'm like, what have we got to talk about here? I know what we're talking about now. All right.
Yeah, that was when did that? So I guess the movie was. It's called The Platform. When did it come out?
Hold on. I'll Google that shit
Oh, 2019.
for you. Oh, okay.
No, okay. So
It's on
if
Netflix right now. Netflix Canada.
yeah, I don't want to give. I won't give much of the story away, but it was. I think this is like almost like an independent kind of film, and I think it was out of. Was it out of Mexico?
No.
Spanish? Wait. Oh, Spanish science fiction horror film. Oh, so it's from Spain? Is it actually from Spain? Hmm. Okay, but anyways, it was a really really good movie. Like it. I guess for anyone that hasn't seen it, like I won't give like all the details, but it was basically had to do with it was like a jail, and I guess each month you would go to a different floor. So some people said that there was only 200 floors. Some people said there was more than 200 floors,
We'll say
and
less then.
so yeah, and so what I guess the kind of management system that was used here was it was two people to a cell, and in the middle of the cell it would be a platform full of food.
But
And this
it's
platform would go from level 1 all the way down. And then at the end, it would come back up to the first floor.
now, of
It's a
course,
floor zero, technically.
when this platform isn't there, it's a big giant hole. Okay.
Yeah.
So you could fall through, you could or jump, leap, to your own death. But yeah. So imagine this cell, which is you're in a room, you have a nice bed, whatever, I guess your bathroom, shit like that. But it's all open, and in the center is a giant rectangular hole all the way down.
Yeah. And so it was kind of interesting because you would see like the people that were, say, like higher up. And like I said, it seemed like the level that you went on was totally random. So you could be like level 1, which all the food you got was, nicely prepared. Like it was kind of an interesting. And the thought that I had with this was, I almost thought of like the platform, almost like maybe something similar to like social services, or like the highest elite of any society, and then they think they're doing something amazing and they think it'll just kind of trickle down and everything else will take care of itself. But it seems like the further you got away from level 0, where the food was actually prepared, it became like more people started chopping away at the resources, or I guess any of those type of programs. So the further and further you went down on this platform, the less and less chance you had of actually having food. And then but that was kind of the thought that I kind of gleaned from it, was that type of, like a very like oligarchy, or like a plutocracy, where the elites, like the very high class, are thinking that they're doing something that helps everyone, but they're so far removed with trying to make everything perfect that the system kind of gets lost. And so people just, people that were at a very low floor, like floor like 200 or something, didn't get those resources that they so desperately need, and would end up like turning on each other and killing each other, or eating them just to survive. And yeah, it was
Well, see, and this wasn't even just a place where people would go in because they were bad. Like, it wasn't just considered a jail. There were people who voluntarily went in there because you could get, after spending, say, X amount of time in there, you could get your degree or whatever. And people would voluntarily go in there just to kind of see what it's like, and not really because they may think that, okay, well, it's not that bad. You're just sitting in here for a couple months, you get your food and you get a piece out and you got a degree with you, or whatever else it may be. And you don't really realize the kind of travesties that actually happen in there. And in the movie, a bit of a spoiler alert, you'll see chefs and stuff. Like, they'll ask you, like, what are your favorite meals? And they'll have like top chefs that are making these beautiful meals, putting it all on this giant platform to send down to people, exactly thinking that these people are going to be getting these amazing meals sent down to them, and they're just going to look at them and be like, oh, like, oh, this is what I wanted. Exactly, thinking that they're doing something good, where in reality, that's not the way that it actually works out. And with what you were saying too, with the way that you took it, it's been interpreted as a metaphor for capitalism in the class system. The story sees a banquet of food descending from the above platform, leaving the upper tier of prisoners to eat first, while those in lower down in the lateral food chain are left fighting for scraps. They even get the scraps. But yeah, it's quite the movie. Now, when Tyler had put it on, it was really late at night, and I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm gonna pass out. I was like passing out at the computer playing my game. I'm like, I'm going to pass out in this. I'm going to get ready for bed. I'm going to lie down and out. I couldn't even lie down. Like, I was so just invested in this movie, and it was just so fucked up. But yet it makes you think, and it's just like it captivates you. Like, you just can't stop watching it. You're like, what is going to happen as if this is happening? Oh my God. Like, it's quite the movie. I had
Yeah.
zero interest in watching it, and I don't think I'd watch it again just because it is disturbing, but it was quite the concept.
Yeah, and that was kind of what I ended up taking away from it was, like I said, the idea of the highest rungs of society get most of the resources, and then everyone, the further and further you go from it, the less and less resources that that actually need it get it. Yeah, it was that was a good one. I would strongly suggest anyone that wants to see it, or like is intrigued, or I don't know what the fuck, but
Not a kids film. Not a kids film.
definitely no.
But it definitely I don't know. I would definitely say definitely horror.
Yeah,
It's
almost kind of psychological
right.
in a way.
100%. Like the things that these people go through, and you just I don't I don't know, dude. It did not sound like a movie I wanted to watch whatsoever. Like, it sounded kind of boring. And it looked kind of boring. The preview for it, I'm going to tell you, the trailer for it, it looked kind of boring. But when you
Was
actually,
it?
I thought, so. But
I don't know.
like
I don't remember.
it didn't. I don't know. It didn't seem all that appealing to me. And when you were going to watch it, I was totally okay with. Okay, well, it's late at night. You're going to watch it. I'm going to pass out. I'm cool with that. I couldn't. I couldn't pass out. Nope. Nay, nay. I could not stop watching this stupid movie. And I don't know, things like this, like, it really fascinates me, the mind of the person who actually created that movie, like, who came up with that concept, like, what was going through their head and how they even came up with that. But to be honest, it's kind of brilliant. It's
Yeah.
disturbingly brilliant.
So there was one thing. So you know the whole zombie genre from oh god, what was the guy? Um, what the fuck was that guy's name?
Where are you going? Zombie?
Well, yeah, but the guy that first started the whole zombie genre. Fuck, I can't remember his name now. On, it's gonna come to
George
me.
Romero?
Yes.
Howard?
Yeah. So
Living Dead, Night of the
yeah,
Living Dead.
yeah, George Romero. So it was used as a symbol for like consumerism. That was the idea of just zombies, just mindless wanton and unending desire to keep, like, even though they've had enough, they need to have more. And so it was
Well, with that, actually, just a little touch on that. I just started watching the the Resident Evil movies with the kids. We got through
mhm.
2 of them. However, okay, these movies were made back in, oh my God, what was it? 2002 and then 2004 or something like that. I don't know. It was a long time ago. I haven't seen them since then, and I don't really remember too much of it other than the zombiness. Yeah, I kinda kicked myself a little bit because there was a little bit of nudity in it. There wasn't any,
Oh,
like,
which one?
Resident Evil 1 and 2.
Oh,
Yeah, there wasn't any, like, sex, but there was some titties, and I was like, "Motherfuck." But anyway, I know, I'm like, "Son of a bitch." Yeah, kids, let's watch a nice wholesome movie. Anyway, but, one of the things that was kind of, expressed was that this disease that they had, It literally took everything away from them. Obviously, it took their life away because they're dead, right? But it just feeds their one sense to feed. Like, that's the only thing that is going through their head, is that they need to feed. It's their one animalistic instinct that they know they need to feed. So they just keep feeding and feeding and feeding and feeding and can't stop. So it kind of it made me think of that when you were just talking about what you were talking about. That is just that one animalistic instinct that you have. That's it. It's just to feed. That want of food and hunger over and over.
Well, the Resident Evil was the idea of like an evil corporation, creating a virus and also creating the cure. And then obviously the virus gets out of hand, and the government is working with Umbrella to kind of control this and trying to make these super powerful beings. That was the idea. Well, at least that was the first Resident Evil, like the games, anyways. I don't know. These. Yeah.
Yeah. But what I don't understand, I think the one thing in that movie that really kind of confused me is that when the virus initially spread, somebody had thrown the glass vial of the virus for it to smash. Okay. And it got airborne. It went into the vents, and then the computer decided to shut everything down and lock everybody in. Now, that's all airborne, right? So then later on in the movie, they all go down into the Umbrella Corp and they're breathing the air. They're all fine. The only time that it actually affected them is when they got bit, which didn't make too much sense to me because people were originally turning because it was airborne. So that kind of throws me off a little bit. Unless
what?
I'm just thinking of the one scene when I can't remember the name of the computer for the life of me all of a sudden, but when she decided to,
like Anne or something.
Sorry?
Is it Anne or something like that?
No, that's not right. The Red Queen. Okay, well, the Red Queen.
No, but it was somebody's daughter. I thought it had a different name than that.
Well, it was designed after, like, to look like the creator's daughter, but they called her the Red Queen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So anyway, there was in the one scene where after it got airborne and she locked everything down, all of a sudden this like haze or fog or whatever looked like it started leaking out. Fumes, like she like injected fumes everywhere, so maybe that killed everybody. And then because they were dead, it went into their bodies. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I was looking into I guess the allegory for the zombies in Romero's movies was where did it go now? Son of a bitch. Literal mass movement, a heaving, flesh-eating horde that upends the cozy natural order of American society. One of the most, it's one of its most startling scenes involves an undead daughter murdering its mother with a trowel. One generation suddenly turning on the other. The climactic scenes throw up an even more disturbing suggestion. As a small army of rednecks roam the countryside, apparently enjoying the task of indiscriminately blasting everything they see, Romero strongly implies that the posses of shooters are little more than zombies themselves. Romero took this one stage further in Dawn of the Dead, which transplants the first film zombie siege to a shiny American shopping mall. As blood spatters against mannequins and designer clothes, the message is clear. Consumerism can make zombies of us all. The writer-director's third film, Day of the Dead, switches focus again. Sealed off in a military installation, a small group of scientists tried to figure out a means of stopping the zombie apocalypse, while the base's soldiers, led by endlessly aggressive Captain Rhodes, grew even more impatient. Within another confined space, Romero lays bare the warring halves of the human psyche. On one side, the half that uses reason and logic to solve a problem. On the other, the half that resorts to violence. I remember Day of the Dead, and I found it so corny, so corny. The what I remembered, so they're in tunnels, like I said, in a military installation, and there's this one zombie, and the scientists were trying to almost like reprogram this zombie. So they would give it a phone, and the zombie would try and it learned how to use this phone. Very rudimentary. Very shittily. Um, and at one point, I guess he starts seeing how the violent the military guys were using their guns and stuff, and so he starts figuring out how to use this gun, and it was just so it's just so fucking corny. But no, those are I don't know, the first ones. I don't remember. Oh, but yeah, those are some corny movies for their time. Well, for today's standards, but
yeah,
they were
not
definitely
for their time.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember, well, vaguely, I remember Night of the Living Dead. I remember seeing it, and I remember thinking it was super corny. But when they did the remake of Dawn of the Dead, as much as zombies terrify me, they really do. Dawn of the Dead is probably one of my favorites. I really liked it, especially the remake that had Sarah Polley in it. I really liked that one. But I think you have, it's funny because, well, Sarah Polley, she's like the main character in the movie.
The blonde chick?
Yes. You probably wouldn't know who she is, but uh I don't
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say I'm a nerd, but I used to watch this show with my sister called Road to Avonlea, and she was in it. It's a Canadian show. It was like back in the day. It was almost like a, I don't know, Little House on the Prairie type thing, but this was Road to Avonlea. It was this girl. She was kind of a troublemaker, and she lived with her grandma. So it was, I don't know. I used to really like that show. So when I seen her in it, I was kind of intrigued, and I watched it. And yeah, and I actually really liked the Dawn of the Dead. I think it was done really well. I think the first one that, again, zombie movies freak me out as it is, but I think the one that freaked me out the most, and only for a certain reason, all of your zombie movies that you had, kind of up until this time, there might have been one that did it first, but this is the only one that I know of. But you've had other zombie movies with a very slow movie, and you've had smart zombies, okay? But they're all super slow moving. But then you have World War Z with Brad Pitt in it. When that movie came out, how fast those fuckers moved scared the fuck out of me. I was just like, oh my God. It was freaky.
That overwhelming horde, and it just doesn't stop. I don't know. The movie was kind of like, it was a good movie. It wasn't bad, but there were some parts where it was kind of, I wish they would have done more justice for the books to kind of almost paint the picture of how it kind of happened, because it probably could have been like at least like a twofer instead of just one movie. Like, it just,
are we talking about the World War Z?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even realize that was a book series. Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of the progression of it. In fact, I think World War Z, I think that whole thing was like 3 books.
Wow.
But yeah, because there was Um, what the hell was it called? I can't remember. I have it on my Audible, but it was what the fuck was it called now? But I guess one of them was like it was almost like an oral retelling of it. So it almost seemed like you were picking like this person and then they were telling like their story and kind of what was happening. And then they would switch to another person, and yeah, it just kind of kept they kind of tell the story of what happened and what civilization did and how it happened all around the world. But yeah, it was I don't know. Yeah, I liked that movie. It was definitely interesting.
Like I said, how fast they move, that creeped me out.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no. No.
Mm-mm. What is your favorite movie? Whoops, fuck.
My favorite movie?
Yeah.
Well, my favorite movie is actually Overboard. The original with Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. That is by far my favorite movie of all time that I have seen so many times. I could probably literally do the movie for you right now, just talking it.
What's it about?
That movie is about a rich girl, kind of spoiled little princess type, which is played by Goldie Hawn, and are they dock someplace. Oh my god! See, I can't even think of the place right now because you kind of put me on the spot there. My mind went blank, guys. So they dock someplace. She wants to get a fancy closet made, so she hires a carpenter to come and make her a closet. Then starts complaining of the fact that he made it out of the wrong wood.
Your alarm is going off.
I know, super sorry about that, guys. He made it out of the wrong wood. She wanted it out of something else, and he made it out of something different. I think out of cedar, and she wanted it out of oak. So then she started complaining, saying that she wanted it redone, and he didn't want to redo it. She got mad and threw his toolbox overboard, and then in turn pushed him overboard because he didn't want to leave unless he paid her. So he goes overboard, very angry. And then later on, this girl, Goldie Hawn, and her husband, I can't remember the name of the actor, but he's the same guy that played in The Lost Boys as the mom's boyfriend. Yeah. That's my story. My mind kind of went blank there. I'm like, am I remembering the right person? I think so. I think he was also the guy that was in Gilmore Girls, if memory serves me correct. But anyway, he is also a rich guy, and they were kind of. She forgot her diamond earrings on the deck late at night, and they were already set sail to sea. And he didn't want to go get them for her, told her to go get them. So she went out, and I don't know, the boat moved funny, and she fell overboard. I guess the next day, fishermen found her, picked her up. She has amnesia, doesn't remember who she is. The carpenter guy, who's played by Kurt Russell, sees her picture on the TV as some girl who was picked up by fishermen that now has amnesia and is at the hospital. And doesn't remember who she is, obviously, because she has amnesia. Anyway, so he decides that he is going to pretend to be her husband and go down there and pick her up and make her work off all the money that he lost on his tools and all the money that he was supposed to pay her, or she was supposed to pay him. So brings her home, makes her believe.
Holy shit! I finally actually remembered what this movie is. Because he ends up having guys like come over, doesn't he?
Well, one guy.
And they're like, yeah, it's like his buddy, and oh, honey, get me a beer, and like they kind of treat her like shit.
Yeah. Yeah. So he makes her believe that she is his wife, and the clothes obviously don't fit her because the kids went and picked stuff up from the thrift store. So made her believe that she used to be fat and have a bad back and has to sleep on the couch, and then also take care of their 3 children. So that's what she does, is she starts to believe this, and he starts falling in love with her. And yeah, it's quite the movie. He torments her for quite a while. Kids torment her, and then he ends up kind of falling for her. And yeah, it's a really good movie.
Oh, okay.
So anybody
I
who
think
hasn't seen it, do not watch the new one. The new one will disappoint, as it disappointed me. Go with the original. It's from 1987.
Oh, yeah, it is. The film remake, 2018, which I'm sure they probably
It was horrible.
SJW'd the fuck out of it.
Well, they totally reversed it. This time it was the guy who had amnesia, and I don't know. It was bad. I like Anna Faris. So not impressed with this movie. You cannot take a classic with Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, which is by far not only my favorite movie, but ever since I was a kid up until this day, my very favorite couple in the entire world. Like my favorite Hollywood couple. They're just I fucking love them. You cannot
Wait,
remake them.
is Kurt Russell dead?
Hmm?
Is Kurt Russell dead?
No, bite your tongue.
Wait, is he actually? Is he actually alive?
Yes, he's alive, and so is Goldie
Who's
Hawn.
it? Patrick Swayze. I always get them confused.
I guess they had
Swayze.
movies in and around the same time. They were both very popular, but two totally different people. Yeah.
Yeah, Patrick Swayze. I always get them mixed up. Yeah, he's dead, isn't he?
Patrick Swayze, unfortunately, yes, is dead. That was very sad.
Hey. Okay.
Kurt Russell
Yeah.
always reminded me of my dad, actually, ever since I was a kid. I always thought my dad looked like Kurt Russell. But, yes, fantastic movie, fantastic couple. If you haven't seen it, you gotta watch it. It's so good. Every time I would go out to our cabin, literally, I would watch that on VHS tape because my grandma had taped it off of the TV on one of those, TV made or whatever. It was taped off the TV. And I used to I used to literally every time I went there, I would go and watch that movie at least once or twice while we were there. And my dad would always just laugh at me because I'd be in the kitchen getting a drink or something like that, and I'm literally talking the words. I knew every word for word of that movie.
Well, I think the only one that I did that for was Super Troopers.
Oh yeah?
That was the only movie that I really remembered, like, line for line.
Okay, and what is Super Troopers about?
You don't know what Super Troopers is about?
For people who are listening who don't know. I know technically you've never actually seen Overboard. I tried making you watch it once, but I only made you watch one scene of it. Which was when, oh God, I love that scene. When the kids, they super glue plates to her hand, and they called her Annie in the movie, but that wasn't her name. But they super glued plates to her hand, and she ends up coming out with a garden hose because she was just so tired of being, go do this, go do that, and blah, blah, blah. And she comes out with plates super glued to her hands, and they just look at her like, well, so, just whatever, just go get me my pie. So she goes and gets the pie, serving it on her plate hand, gives it to them, and then goes back in the other room with the garden hose because that's what she was using to wash dishes. Now, again, I should have mentioned this. She's a rich, spoiled girl, didn't know how to do anything, didn't know how to cook, didn't know how to clean, didn't do anything. So this is all stuff she had to learn. So to do the dishes, she was using a garden hose. So she went, got the garden hose, walked into the other room with her husband, kids, and his friend all watching the football game, turned the hose on, started yelling, fire, 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 spraying them all. Best. Loved it.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't. I didn't watch it. I don't remember it. That's for sure. I only remember that part where they were like kind of treating her like shit and telling her to go get beers and blah blah blah.
Yeah, beers and then pie. And yeah, well, because I couldn't convince you to actually watch the movie. I just wanted to show you that one scene because if we were doing something and I made some sort of comment or I quoted it, I was like, fire, fire, fire. And you're like, what? So then I started telling you about it and made you watch just that one scene. So that's probably why that's the only one that you remember.
Yeah. No, Super Troopers. God, for anyone that doesn't know, that's it was God, what were they? Vermont? I think they were Vermont Highway Patrol, and they ended up. It was just like slapstick comedy, like goofiness, just amazing writing. But it was they end up stumbling on a drug ring that the local Strawberry police uh, running protection for these drugs running through Strawberry, and some shenanigans ensue, some goofiness. That's where if anyone says the word shenanigans, you're gonna get pistol whipped. So
That is by far one of my favorite words. Shenanigans. I fucking love it. Anyway. Are you okay?
That's where I pull the gun out, and you're supposed to. The next person that says shenanigans, I'm gonna pistol whip them.
I wouldn't be able to help myself.
What's all that? What's that restaurant you like with all the goofy shit on the walls and the mozzarella sticks?
Shenanigans!
Shenanigans? Yeah, that movie. And then Super Troopers 2 came out, and I have not actually had an opportunity to see it.
Really?
So, yeah. Yep.
That should be the next one on our docket to watch then.
I'm done with that. My favorite movie. I like the new Dukes of Hazzard, not because of the people, but because of the car.
Oh, not because of Jessica Simpson and her hot bod. The one time she actually, well, okay, can't say the one time she actually looked good, but that was like the only time in her life that she was that thin.
You know the chick that plays Daisy in the original Dukes of Hazzard?
No.
Her legs were insured for $1 million.
Serious?
Her legs. Yeah.
It's like Jennifer Lopez's ass.
See, Daisy, Dukes, legs insurance.
Speaking of Jennifer Lopez's ass, can you believe that she's with Ben Affleck again? That is so fucked up. Ben Affleck, they were like a couple way back in the day. They split up. They both got married to different people. He got married to Jennifer Garner. She got married to Anthony something. And yeah, now they're back together again. It's just so crazy. Sorry. ADD moment there.
I don't really.
I know.
Well, sure.
Maybe other people that's listening know about them, but it's just weird to me.
Catherine Bach insured her legs for $1 million. Wow. The character Daisy Duke in the Dukes of Hazzard. Yeah. She is as ridiculous as it sounds. It's indeed true, and confirmed by none other than herself in an interview. She laughed about it when the reporter asked her to reveal more on the topic. Daisy struggled to get any high-profile roles after her fame in the Dukes of Hazzard. She shot one Canadian series named African Skies after the Dukes had ended. Insured for $1 million.
That is
what
crazy.
A sexy fucking car.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Did anybody else notice that transition there? It was just, Daisy Duke, her legs insured for $1 million. What a sexy car. I was literally expecting what sexy legs to come out of your mouth, but no, it was car. We're talking about legs, and you go to the car.
Well, she's leaning on a charger.
Hold on, let's look that up.
Yeah, she's but not that. I actually liked the new Dukes of Hazzard. Not because of the actors. I thought the actors were kind of lame and dorky, but
I like Sean William Scott though. I really
do. That is Sean William Scott. Sean William Scott. I don't know. Is that dude from like American Pie?
Oh yeah, it totally is. Yes, I really like him. I think he's absolutely hilarious. What's his name? Jackass guy. Him was kind of meh in there, but yeah, I like Sean William Scott. That movie with him and yeah, that's the word. I mean, name that's the word I was looking for. Yeah, I don't know. I like him. The one with him and The Rock, The Rundown. That was a
So Although I think one of the best movies ever, Tombstone.
I remember seeing that movie. Just don't
Yeah.
remember what it's about.
It's about Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday. It had who was in it? Kurt Russell, Val Kilmer, Sam Elliott, Bill Paxton. Wait, which one? Who was Bill Paxton? Bill Paxton. That was a dude from Ghostbusters or whatever, wasn't he? Was he in Ghostbusters?
Paxton?
Wait, he's
No.
dead? What? I thought he was in. You sure?
I'm not the one who said it. You're the one that said it.
Oh, Aliens, Fertility. I don't know. Apollo 13, Twister. That was a good movie. Dante's Peak. Does anyone fucking remember Dante's Peak?
I do remember it, but not fully. Not like Twister. Twister was another one I watched a bajillion times.
That had, fuck's his Pierce Brosnan. I was gonna say James Bond, but
Bill
that was a
Paxton
good
died?
movie.
Huh.
Apparently.
Yeah.
That was a good movie.
Which one? Sorry.
And it had Sarah Connor.
Oh, Terminator?
But not Sarah Connor. No.
Oh.
It had Sarah Connor, but she's not Sarah Connor in this movie because it's Dante's Peak.
Oh, okay. That was the volcano, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Pierce Brosnan. There we go. Now it's
What, is he dead too?
Oh yeah, Linda Hamilton. Okay.
That's it. Sarah Connor.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Actually,
was.
he looks pretty dapper. He looks like a very spiffy man for a dude in his hundreds.
Hundreds. I don't think he's that old. 53. He's literally a year. He's the same age as my dad. My dad's not 100. Asshole. Actually, he was only born like not even 10 days before my dad. Jerk.
Yeah, oh, it was doesn't look too bad. He's got a nice little a little Colonel Sanders going on. Yeah. At least in this picture.
No, it's funny. My dad went from looking like Kurt Russell to Kenny Rogers. You know, he gets that a lot.
Kenny Rogers. Holy fuck, does he ever?
Right?
Holy fuck.
I know. There's this one meme or Giphy or whatever that they have going out there where it's Kenny. I don't fucking know. Giphy.
What'd you call it?
Jiffy.
A Giphy?
GIF. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, that thing. But there's one of them where he's like sitting at a table and then he's like shaking his head like just in like, oh my God, and puts his hand in his head. And it literally like, my dad. That's my dad right there. And I think I sent that to you once and you're like, oh my God, I thought that was your dad. I'm like, right? Yeah, 100%. He went from looking like Kurt Russell to Kenny Rogers.
Oh, so it is GIF. Because GIF is short for Graphics Interchange Format.
Makes sense.
All right, so solving the world's problems right here. GIF. GIF, not GIF like the peanut butter. GIF.
Yeah.
Graphic Interface Interchange Format. Okay, anyways, so Kenny Rogers and your dad are brothers.
They're like fucking twins. Yeah, absolutely. So weird. Kenny Rogers died? Oh my God, he died. He died just last year. Oh my God.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh fuck.
Your dad is the last surviving Rogers.
Yes, he Oh fuck, he was born in 1938. Yeah, because wow, 1930.
Holy shit!
Wow, he was
38.
old.
He was,
Hold on,
he was like
2020.
300 years old.
1938. He was 82 years old when he died. Wow. My dad is not
Jesus.
that old, but wow.
Holy shit. He's old as fuck. Well, he was old as fuck.
Yeah.
Didn't he write a song about banging chicks or something?
I don't think so. He did the Gambler.
Oh,
The Gambler. It's like the one song everybody knows from Kenny
Gambler.
Rogers.
Is that like Baby I Was Born a Gambling Man? That one?
Yeah. No. Gotta know when to hold him, know when to
Oh,
fold
that
him,
one.
know when to walk away.
Yeah.
God, I'm gonna
Who
have the
sings
song in my
that?
head now. I do. You better count your money. Here we go. I sing it now. My daddy sung
that
it.
song. Oh, okay. Oh, fuck. Oh, Jesus, what the hell? Whatever. Okay. Anything else? Any other super cool movies or?
Movie wise, I don't know, but I
Predator still
am.
holds up.
Sorry?
Predator still holds up. Actually, the Alien movies, those still hold up too. Those hold up really well.
Yeah, we started watching those with the kids too. We gotta continue on those ones. I know they've been waiting for the next ones, but I keep waiting for you. We have to still watch. We watched. I don't know if anybody
Oh
else
my god.
remembers this movie. We watched The Sandlot with them not that long ago,
Yeah.
and we still need to watch The Goonies with them. I have that one ready to go, just waiting on you to get your butt home. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. For new movies, I know I'm super excited about the new Fast and Furious coming out, Fast 9. I'm a nerd, and those are my, other than Overboard, of course, those are my favorite, like, movie sets. I guess you can't even call it like a trilogy or whatever. It's a fucking set. There's 9 of them, dudes. But
Which?
Fast and Furious,
Oh.
the ninth one's coming out. I'm super excited about it. I fucking love those movies. I really kind of wish, though, when Paul Walker um, passed away, that one of his brothers, like they had filled in for the rest of the movie that he was in when he died, because his, oh God, his one brother looks like identical to him. I wish they would have kind of kept him in there, but at the same time, I guess they didn't want to ruin that kind of legacy of him, which is completely respectful. But yeah, I'm really excited about that movie coming out and the new Purge movie. I love the Purge movies. I really do.
I like the concept of it, but they kind of fucked it up.
How so?
Well, the first one, it was interesting. It was kind of, the concept of it, like it was kind of cool. But then I don't know, they tried to make it something more than it wasn't. Oh, here's something super cool from NPR. Batman's sidekick Robin comes out. It makes sense if you're paying attention. No shit. I think the last person that found out that Robin was gay was fucking Robin.
What?
Like Batman and Robin, like apparently Robin is a homosexual. They finally let it out, even though everyone's known it for years.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Anyways,
I don't know. I liked The Purge. Like The Purge, the first one was creepy because you're in the house, right? Like you're taking, it takes place from the people who are in their home, and there's crazy people on the outside trying to get in. And then you have the second one where it takes place from the people who were outside, that they were stuck outside. So then they're having to kind of fight for their lives on the outside. And then the other one, the election year, that one, God, I'm trying to remember what that one was like. whatever, fuck. I like them. There's a new one coming out though. It's called The Purge Forever, or The Forever Purge. So this one, apparently from the trailer that I had seen, it takes place as the people who finally make it through the night. Okay, so the sirens go off, and now the purge is supposed to end. But it's taking place from these people who made it through. The siren goes off, but the people don't stop. Like where they are, these people aren't stopping. So they're still having to fight for their lives. So I don't know. I really liked the Purge movies. Remember when I did those masks for us for Halloween, the Purge masks? They look so cool. I like them.
Yep.
Yeah, I still have those. But yeah, so I'm excited about the new Purge one coming out. I don't know if anybody else is into the Purge movies. If you are, leave a comment. Let me know. Also, if anybody else has any cool movies that they know that are coming up, they can let us know on to check out. Or if they've seen any good movies, any old movies, let us know. Other than that, I don't know what else is coming out here. That
I
way,
know it's a lot of just remakes and stuff. Unfortunately, that's a lot of what it is. It's just remake and rebranding of same stories, and
yeah.
unfortunately, like there's no real original ideas.
The Fear Street movies. Okay, I believe my mom had said that she watched one of the Fear Street movies, probably the first one, and she thought it was good, but there's 3 of them now. I can't remember what the first Fear Street is. The second one's Fear Street 1984 or something like that, and then there's Fear Street Part 3 1666. I watched the trailer for the first one. Sorry?
This from R.L. Stein?
It's a very good question here. Oh my god, it is too. Yeah, story by R.L. Stein. Oh shit. So these are books that they made. Interesting. I thought Fear Street sounded familiar, but it didn't even click. Good thinking there. um, yeah, I don't know. The first trailer looked kind of meh to me, so I didn't even bother watching it. But I don't know if anybody else out there has actually watched it. You got any pointers? If you think it's a good movie or sucky movie, I don't know. Let me know. Curious now.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, there's a new Day of the Dead.
There.
Apparently, yeah.
Huh.
Oh god, they're remaking Scream. See, I told you that's
No.
all it is. It's all just
No.
remakes. Oh well, this is from 2015. Started when a group of teens become suspects, targets, and victim of a serial. You mean serial killer? Oh fuck! I'm retarded and can't read, dumbass. Memories of a town's dark past are stirred when a group of teens become suspects, targets, and victims of a killer who's out for blood.
Where are you reading this on? A 2015 one?
Yeah, on Netflix.
Interesting. I see one, the original from 96, 97, and they had Scream 3 in 2000, Scream 4 2011. God, it was that much time passed.
What? From when?
Holy shit. That's 2. There's Scream movies. The first one came out in 1996. Scream 2 came out in 97. Scream 3 was in 2000. And Scream 4 came out in 2011. But I do, however, see a Scream set to come out in 2022.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Neve Campbell is going to be in it. She's in the cast. Okay, we're good. I'm like, if they have a whole new cast and don't even have Neve Campbell in it, I'm not fucking watching it. If Neve Campbell's in it, okay, I'll check it out. Interesting.
I don't know who that is.
She's the main character in the Scream movies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know who these people are. I
wonder if... Oh, Courtney Cox and David Arquette are supposed to be in it as well. Here's hoping. Okay.
Which one's Courtney Cox?
Courtney Cox was the reporter. David Arquette was Tatum, who was played by Rose McGowan in the first one, her kind of goofy brother. He was Deputy Dwight Dewey.
Courtney Cox has not aged well.
I think I remember hearing something actually just recently that she had some plastic surgery done, but it obviously didn't go very well, and then took it out. I think so. Like she had some bad plastic surgery or whatever, and then kind of got it removed. So, yeah.
She looks like Caitlyn Jenner.
Okay, well, in this one picture I'm looking at, yeah, okay, 100%.
She looks like Caitlyn Jenner.
A little bit, yeah.
Jesus, what the fuck?
A little bit, but she's definitely prettier than Caitlyn. Just saying.
What the fuck?
Yeah, but definitely a little bit. Other than that, movie-wise, I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just been a lot of remakes and retelling and a lot of gender bending and
oh my god, I'm so glad you mentioned genders.
Why?
So, more news in MWO.
Oh god.
Right? So there have been some of the people that we play with, some of their units who have actually been banding together and putting behind their all that. Oh my god. Their shields. There we go. They've been making it the trans colors for the trans flag. And I was questioning the other day. I was like, what is going on here? Like, why do I see these shields that are up that have the blue, pink, and white flags, like colors behind it? What's going on? So I have reached out to some of the other units who have had this, asking, like, what's going on? Apparently, super fun. There's so much drama in MWO lately. I mean, but so apparently there is a unit out there, CDU. A trans woman posted a picture of her mech painted up with trans flag colors on the CDU Discord. And then one of their members, who is a minor, which is relevant somehow, said that they'd team kill her if they ever saw her in game. She told them to fuck off or whatever, and then got banned on Discord for being inappropriate with a minor. This triggered a shitstorm, and
wait. Hold on. Can you say that again?
The whole thing, or just that last part?
So what? A kid said something to them?
So one of the members, who was a minor, said to the trans woman that they would team kill her if they saw her in game. She told them to fuck off and then got banned from their Discord for being inappropriate with a minor. This triggered a shitstorm of, like many CDU members, questioning it, and also tons of non-CDU members, people who are getting banned for questioning it, including, okay, I won't even mention it, but another unit who all spammed the server demanding that she be unbanned. But yeah, so she got banned for harassing a minor, even though he said, and I don't even know if she knew that he was a minor or not, but regardless, if he's sitting there harassing her, saying because her mech is painted in trans flag colors that he would team kill her, and she says fuck off, this is what is banning. So you have people being banned, you have a trans woman being banned for standing up for herself, and then you have another player, Beagle, who gets banned for what? Saying evening ladies, which I'm just going to tell you, I've been fucking putting it out there. Every time I fucking drop evening ladies, fuck that. You want to sit there and fucking pick on someone for saying something like that? Oh, I don't care. I will bring the shitstorm. Bring it on. What are you going to do? You're going to get pissed off at me? I'm a fucking girl. I can say evening ladies. Well, what am I supposed to be offended when someone says, nice job, guys, or good job, guys, or hey, guys? Oh, I guess I should be offended because I actually have tits. Like,
so
come
do
the
I, to be
fuck
fair.
on. But like, come on. This is how someone's getting banned for saying evening ladies. And I have to say, there's been a few that I have dropped in that I've said it where I've gotten nothing back. The first time I said it, holy shit. You should have seen all the other people. Evening ladies, evening ladies. Oh, it's fucking beautiful. And then some other members or units that we've played against, they would do like the hashtag free Vegal or whatever. Like, I don't know this person personally. I've played with him. I've never talked with him, but I've played with him for a long time, or against him, I guess, for a long time. He's never been toxic. Literally, that's all he does. Just evening ladies, just politely. And this is what you're going to be banned for? I don't, it's the point of it. It's the precedence of it. I will fucking fight for him because I think it's absolutely ridiculous.
Well, MechWarrior is a dying game. It's been dying for years, and at some point it's going to go the way of Twitter, or Twitter is going to go the way of MWO, where you just keep banning people, and eventually no one's going to play your game.
Yeah, it's just that.
I'm not interested. Like that type of stuff in games. That's why I don't play D&D. I don't play Magic. I don't play a lot of games because this type of stuff comes in and just starts fucking everything up.
Right? They're bringing fucking real world problems into a fucking imaginary, well, not imaginary, but like a make-believe world. Like, you play games to get away from the bullshit of your everyday life. You know what I mean? Like, to just, like, put yourself into a different universe, into a different whatever, just to escape reality for a little while. And people keep bringing this fucking bullshit into fucking games. Stop it. Just stop it. So what if somebody says evening ladies? Are you offended because you think he's calling you a girl? Because you suck? Grow some fucking balls. Who gives a shit? And you're going to get mad because some trans woman told a kid to fuck off because they said they'd team kill her? I'll tell you something. My kids play the game with us. If they were that rude and disrespectful to somebody and said because of the fact that they had a gay pride flag or a trans flag or something like that on somebody's mech, and they made the comment that they would team kill them, and that person responded by saying, fuck off, I would say, good, you fucking deserved it.
Yeah.
Don't be so disrespectful. Like, don't be such an asshole. 100%, you deserved it, but everyone's going to freak out and get this person banned because they told a minor to fuck off. Sorry, he deserved it.
Like, yeah, it's a little sad that people just can't be tolerant, I should say.
No, everybody has to have something to fucking bitch and complain about. Sorry. Okay. Wow. This is Casual Friday. You went into a rant last Friday. I went into a rant. Okay. Insert the rants over flag here. Sorry, guys. Just makes me so angry. All right.
Yeah, let's wrap it up there. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. Let me know what movies you guys like to see. What movies are your favorites. Let me know if you hear any other bullshit that I can rant about, because I fucking love it, apparently. And hit the like button, subscribe, share us with the world. We love you guys. Thanks for tuning in and listening to us bitch and complain and talk about random shit.
Oh, you can check us out. We're on Anchor. We're on Spotify. Link for our PayPal if you want to do that. You can do that. So, yeah.
YouTube, Rumble, Instagram. Yes. I got to get these things going. All right. Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you can catch us on MWO, MechWarrior Online. I'll play a game with you.
Oh, there you go.
All right, guys.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Okay. Good night, guys. Happy Friday.